What's up, Tricology family? Welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. Today, we got some more massive news and update for you guys today. So, without further ado, let's not waste time and let's get straight on into it. Now, before we get into the news today, let's get into some updates as far as what's going on with the Tokyo Olympics right now. Now, I'm gonna go down to the list of the countries that got. I'm gonna try to. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do the top 7 because right after 7, it was mostly like the 4s and 3s. Most of you got the same numbers, but in the top 7, there are different numbers. So I'm gonna go through the list right there. So starting at 7, the Republic of Korea got 5 gold, 4 silver, and 7 bronze. Standing at 6, Great Britain with 8 gold, 9 silver, and 11 bronze. 5 is Australia with 10 gold, 3 silver, and 14 bronze. Then you have RCO or OC, excuse me, at 4th place with 11 gold, 15 silver, and 11 bronze. And then of course you have USA in the top 3 in 3rd place with 16 gold, 17 silver, and 13 bronze. Then at number 2 you have Japan. Of course, this is a home turf for the Olympics this year. They have 17 gold, 5 silver, and 8 bronze. And then in 1st place, the People's Republic of China at 1st place with 21 gold, 13 silver, and then 12 bronze. So that is your update as far as who got the in the medal count of these Olympics. I will go through the final count once the Olympics on its final day and is over. So with that out of the way, let's get into some news for you guys today. So, starting this past week, Walt Disney World announced that they will again require all guests, regardless of the vaccination status, to wear face masks indoors starting this past Friday. Now, here in the United States, we was getting better as far as everyone trying to get their vaccine shots, but there's been still a lot of COVID cases still going around. And then for other countries, I don't know what's going on with them. It looks like they're having bad, what I've been seeing on the news, but I mean, we was going good. I don't know what to say. And the funny thing is, we don't know when this COVID-19 thing is going to be over. Even if you got your vaccine shot. Even if you know the people that you know got the vaccine shots, but you still got other people that's either afraid or don't want to get the vaccine shot. Oh, man. Let's move on. So, we got news that Tiffany Haddish and Lakeisha Stanford are in talks to star in Disney's Haunted Mansion. Now, given to the fact that this is going to be a reboot / remake of the 2003 Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy. So I'm going to read the statement as follows. Comedian Tiffany Haddish and Oscar nominee Lakeisha Stanford are in negotiations to star in Haunted Mansion, Disney's family adventure spooky fest based on the company's signature ride. Justice Simmons, who had previously held Dear White People and Bad Hair, is making his big budget studio debut directing the future project for a script by Katie Doberman, Date Lane, and Jonathan Ether of Ryback will produce. Ryback's Nicholas Reynolds is executive producing it. The story will follow a family who moves into an entitled mansion, Stanford, who play a widow who was once believed in supernatural, but is now rather lifeless tour guide in New Orleans French Quarter. Haddish will play a psychiatrist hired to communicate with the dead. The project is set to shoot in Louisiana this fall. In this latest studio and adaptation for one of the theme park's attractions, Jungle Cruise, that just opened up this Friday, and I say this, it is not connected to the 2003 film that starred Eddie Murphy. So I'm kind of interested to see how the movie go and how it's going to be way different from the 2013 version, and when this movie come out, if it does do good like it in the box office and it has commercial success, are they going to rebrand the rides at the parks? Who knows? But moving on, and speaking of Tiffany Haddish, she will be hosting the WWE SummerSlam after party. That's right. As you all know, that WWE wants to make SummerSlam the biggest show of the year. I mean, you had WrestleMania, so it would make sense that SummerSlam is kind of like the second biggest show of WrestleMania. But even though that WrestleMania this year, we didn't they did half and half of the crowd in Tampa Stadium, but now they want to try to get as much people into SummerSlam, into Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, so they try to make up for that, try to be the biggest show of the year. But yeah, as I mentioned, Tiffany Haddish will be hosting the official SummerSlam at the party. The event is described as an exclusive, invitation-only event, will feature WWE superstars, celebrity guests, and more. The event is sponsored by Pure Life, Pure Well Water, and also sees WWE make a donation to Tiffany Haddish She's Ready Foundation, whose mission to protect and provide resources and ensure normalcy for foster children through sponsors, suitcase donation, mentoring, and counseling. And then Tiffany Haddish had this statement to say, "I'm really glad that me hanging out at the SummerSlam after party with WWE superstars is helping out foster kids. I never hung out with WWE superstars before, but I definitely have a lot of foster kids." Haddish told Entertainment Tonight that broke the news of the event. And then Stephanie McMahon had this to say: "WWE's mission is to put smiles on people's faces, and one person does know just the official host of the SummerSlam after party, Tiffany Haddish. We're proud to support Tiffany and the She Ready Foundation during our biggest event of the year, SummerSlam, live for the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas." So that's going to be awesome. And then, speaking of SummerSlam, we have finally got the news of what's going to be the main event of SummerSlam, and that is Roman Reigns, the big dog, the head of the table, the tribal chief, will be defending the Universal Championship against the franchise, the face of the WWE, the recent star of Fast 9 and the Suicide Squad, John Cena. Everybody they have been wanting this match since they've been hearing the rumors about it, and we're finally going to get it. Now, from a wrestling fan's perspective, I want John Cena to get his 17th championship before he retires, but I don't think he's going to get it right now with Roman Reigns, especially with Roman Reigns being on a hot streak as he is right now. So these guys will definitely put out a good match, ain't no doubt about that. But like I said before, Roman Reigns ain't losing at a Universal Championship. Not anytime soon until he gets to The Rock at WrestleMania. Then we'll know right there from there. Alright. So, moving on. So, we got the news that former President Barack Obama becomes a minority owner in NBA Africa. So this news broke out on last Tuesday, saying that former President Barack Obama has joined NBA Africa as a strategy partner that will take a minority equal stake. The statement says Obama will help advise the legal social responsibility efforts across the continent, including programs and partnerships that support greater gender equality and equal inclusion. Obama reported he intends to use this day to fund Obama Foundation youth and leadership programs in Africa. So, and here's the other statement from the NBA. The NBA has always been a great ambassador for the United States, using the game to create deeper connections around the world. And in Africa, basketball has empowered to promote opportunities, wellness, equality, and empowerment across the continent, said President Barack Obama. By investing in communities, promoting gender equality, and convince the love of the game of basketball, I believe NBA Africa can make a difference in so many of our African young people. I have been impressed by the league's commitment to Africa, including the leadership shown by many African players who wants to give back to their own countries and community. That's why I am so proud to join the team at NBA Africa and look forward to a partnership that benefits the youth of so many countries. So that is a great thing to hear. I get NBA Africa are going to do great things with President Barack Obama on their side, and I feel that this is great, and I can't wait to see how they're going to move forward with it. This is awesome. And then moving forward, so everyone has their childhood shows that when you're in elementary school, that you're waking up to get ready to go to school, and you always have that show that you'll be watching, whether it's Curious George, that little car called Drum, Dragon Tales, and Arthur. And speaking of Arthur, the beloved and educational children's show Arthur is ending after 25 years. The show's final season will air in the winter of 2022. Man, God, we feel old, man. Shoot. So, I mean, the last time like I said, the last time I was watching Arthur when I was still in elementary school, man. That's how it's been a long time since I watched that. So after 25 years, it's finally coming to an end. And then but believe it or not, some people still have the books of Arthur. So yeah, this is Arthur again. 25th and final season will air in winter 2022. Alright. And then moving on. A live action Pokemon series are in works with Netflix. And this is what Hollywood Reporter has mentioned. A live action Pokemon series is in works at Netflix. A TV project based on the wire popular trading cards and video games is in the early development at the streaming channel. Sources confirmed. A writer's room led by the showrunner Joe Henderson from Lucifer started staffing up about a month ago. Many episodes of Pokemon animated series is already on Netflix, which makes a potential live series version a natural fit to the streamer. Now, here's my question. With this live action Pokemon series, is it going to have any connections to Pokemon Detective Pikachu? Or is it going to be any different? Or is it going to be another universe? We don't know. I mean, I hope it does. I hope we see Ryan Reynolds voice Pikachu again in some sorts. But we're just gonna have to wait until we have further news. But yeah, a live once again, a live Pokemon series is in work for Netflix. And speaking of more news, Universal paid Peacock $400 million for a new Exorcist trilogy. And this is what Variety writes. Universal is shelling out iPoppy $400 million to buy a new Exorcist trilogy with plans to screen some of the films on Peacock, its new streaming services. In cut to Ellen Burstyn, the Oscar-winning actress who first did battle with the devil in the 1973 original, will surprise her role as Chris McNeil. David Gordon Green, the filmmaker of the studio's latest Halloween reboot and the next movie Hollywood Kills, is directing an upcoming Exorcist franchise, which will also be produced by Blumhouse. Now, I feel good about this. Now, in the past, Blumhouse has made some good horror movies, and then there were some that aren't all that great. But with Danny Gordon Green, who is the director of the new Halloween series, so with these two pairing, I have a fairly good feeling about this. So we'll have to see how this reboot is going to play out from the original series and how it's going to be. Now, I wish all these movies like they mentioned is going to be in theaters, but again, some of them is going to be on Peacock, which is fine. So I have no against on that, but yeah. So with all these news out of the way, let's get into some more bigger news that it's gonna blow your guys' mind. Okay, so as you already know that Black Widow has been released not only in theaters but also on Disney Plus premium assets. But oh my God, I was shocked when I saw this news that Scarlett Johansson was sad and depressed. And with that, she is suing Disney over the day-to-day theatrical and streaming release. I mean, my goodness. Oh my God. In the statement that Variety that mentioned, CAA Chairman Brian Luther says that Disney has shamelessly and falsely accused Ms. Johansson of being insecure to the global pandemic, COVID pandemic, in an attempt to make her appear to be someone they and I know she isn't. Lori also pushed back at Disney's decision to include her salary into a statement as an attempt to weaponize her success as an artist and businesswoman. Is that something that should be ashamed of? Scarlett is extremely proud of the work that she and all other actors, writers, directors, producers, and the Marvel creative team has been a part of for well over a decade. So, here's another update. New York Times reporter Burt Barnes share parts of a statement Disney has given in its response to Jonas's lawsuit. According to Barnes, Disney gives no mental how whatsoever to the lawsuit and said it is sad and distressing that it's called a discarded and horrifying and permanent global effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Barnes also reports that Disney says that it is fully comply with Mrs. Jones' contract, that releasing Black Widow on Disney Plus Premium Access has significantly enhanced her ability to earn an additional competency on top of the $20 million that she already received to date. Man, this is crazy. I'm still reading on this news, but in the original story said, again, Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney over Black Widow's contract brief after the movie was released day to day on Disney Plus. This is despite Jones' contract reportedly being assumed her that the movie will be released exclusively in theaters. This news comes in a way by Wall Street Journal, who reports a large part of Jonas' salary was based on the movie's box office performances in theaters. Because the movie was released on Disney Plus, sources familiar with the lawsuit saying the movie to streaming cost Johansson more than $50 million. Disney intend to discuss Marvel's brief agreement without justifying in order to prevent Mrs. Johansson from realizing the full benefit of a bargain with Marvel. The lawsuit reads, Jonas' complaint states that her representative, in an attempt to negotiate her contract for Black Widow, after learning the movie was released as a premium access movie on Disney Plus the same day it hits theaters, the suit claims that Disney and Marvel were unresponsible to these discussed, according to Wall Street Journal. Even in the pandemic, Jonas already worried about the movie being released as a premium access title. The access sources that the movie will have a traditional release date. Man, I mean, not only Scarlett Johansson was mad, but also Kevin Feige was also pissed as well. I mean, my goodness. Let me see what Kevin Feige has to say all about this, man. Let me see if there's a statement of. Yeah, here we go. It just say Feige would just piss. That Feige was originally one for comfort, and being a company man, he's reportedly angry and embarrassed over the situation, having to push an exclusive theatrical release for the film, and Disney wants to make it right with Johansson. And here's the full report. As no mistake, Feige was pissed. He is a company man and is not prone to corporate showdowns and showdown matches. But I'm told that he is angry and embarrassed. He lobbied Disney against the day-to-day plan for Black Widow, preferring the big screen exclusively and not want to upset his talent. And then when the shit hits the fan, the movie starring tanking and Joyce's team threatening, like I said, he wants Disney to make it right with her. Disney declined on the comment for Fergie. Man, like, you gotta understand, if you're in the film or the TV industry, like, if I understand where they're coming from. Like, I would be pissed too, but as a normal human being, you gotta understand that we are living in a crazy time period right now. Like, there's nothing really much we can't do. Like, isn't that it's already bad enough that Scarlett Johansson and Kevin Feige are mad about um Black Widow's release being on in theaters and Disney Plus access, but now Emma Stone is now suing Disney for over Cruella's release in theaters and day-to-day. Oh my goodness, like this is crazy. Oh my god, like they just they need to chill. They just need to chill. Like, I understand what's going on, but you gotta chill, man. Oh my god. You know what? Let's just move on, man. So let's just get on to some movie reviews, man. And speaking of in theaters and Disney Plus access, so we got the new Jungle Cruise movie that just came out with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Emily Blunt. So give me one second. Pull up. All right. This movie was directed by Jamie Carter Sariva. I don't know too much about the director, but he has done a lot of thriller movies such as Nonstop, Run All the Night, and The Commute. So yeah, and then speaking of that, the movie was really great, and I enjoyed the on-screen chemistry between The Rock and Emily Blunt. Like, you gonna hear some funny jokes, oh my god, especially with including names like Pants and Skipper. That's the what The Rock and Emily Blunt been calling each other for some in more than the majority of the movie. Oh my, it's just so crazy. But as I watched the movie, you can I hope y'all can tell about it, but it had some certain elements from Indiana Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, if you pay attention and watch the movie, you'll see what I mean. Like, it had those certain elements towards the movie, but although the CGI, it was okay, it was all right, but yeah, but other than that, everything else was great. So I would definitely give this movie a B plus. Anytime you see The Rock in the movie, is always going to be great, especially with him and Emily Blunt having a great chemistry on screen. It's like if you were watching a buddy cop film. So that's how this movie was. And then going on to our next movie review, and this is going to be on Snake Eyes, a G.I. Joe origin story. So this one was directed by Robert Skidwiski. I don't know too much about him, but let's get on to it. So the action performances and all the fight, all the actions and fight scenes in the production value was great, but the writing, the editing, and some of directing was issue statement about it. Now as you guys may know, Snake Eyes is not the type of he's a silent warrior. He's not supposed to be talking, okay? But I get it. this is an origin story. So and I'm gonna say this one spoiler. Okay, that's it. Snake Eyes, he doesn't put on the mask until at the end of the movie. That's the one spoiler I'm gonna say. That's it. But yeah, Harry Gorman he did a good job. He did a real good job on playing Snake Eyes. Okay, man, let's not be on the bush right there. But he did a good job playing Snake Eyes. But like the only thing that threw me off is that that Snake Eyes was supposed to be a silent warrior, but it is what it is, man. But other than that, the characters was great. The fight scenes were great. That's the only positive the thing I would say about this movie. But I would give it a C plus. Okay, it's not what I would expect from Snake Eyes, but again, this is an origin story. So if they do decide to make a sequel, then we'll finally just see Snake Eyes with the mask on and being that silent character, badass character that he is. But that's all the news I have for you guys today. So let me know in the comments below. If you're watching on YouTube, let me know what your thoughts and opinion on this. And then if you're listening on Anchor, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, don't forget, go in the description below, click the YouTube link, and post your comments there as well. So without further than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off. Peace.